We'll now have a look at Access Journey. We need to click on the flyout menu, click onto onboarding, and we'll select Access Journeys. Any created will be displayed, but if not, you'll get the button in the middle saying Create New Journey. So clicking this will open an external window where we need to first of all give it a name and then select the ownership scope. I'm going to keep this at customer level and click Create New. The area will load, and the first thing we need to do is select the splash page. And you can see here we've got the custom HTML splash page I've created, or we have the offline one. So any that have used the template will be loaded up in the following screen, so you can actually see how it would be displayed on a tablet device as well as a mobile. So you're able to scroll through and see exactly how your end user will see your splash page. If you're happy with the selection made, move on to the next one, which is custom terms. By default this will be turned off, so you're able to click the toggle button to enable. So the first thing you need to do is give it a name. Now this doesn't appear anywhere within the login journey, it just lets you know which this particular custom terms is, and will appear on the right hand side. Now this is the link text, so this is what's going to appear on the screen, so the end user will see this. You can then give it a version number and then finally enter the content. Once you're finished, you then click the save button. It'll save and then it'll appear on the right hand side with the menu option allowing you to edit, preview or remove completely. We then have micro survey, so clicking into here you can see it's saying no survey is currently selected, but as long as you've created a survey and published it, then it'll be available in this drop down. You should be able to select the survey, it will display the survey on the screen and again change if required. Next we then have is logic flow, and clicking into here you have two types of logic flow, either online or offline. So online would be once the user is authenticated, it's a way of either sending them a communication or sending a specific redirect, maybe sending their details through to a webhook connector. Whereas the offline would be when the user before they've authenticated, so which particular splash page they should see depending on the day or time. Now again, you would need to have created these already in logic flow, and if you had created, then the drop down would appear allowing you to select, but you do have the new logic flow button to click if you do need to create one. So clicking the drop down you can select whichever you have available. Again, you don't have to select them, but once selected then move on to the next tab, which is redirects. Now with your online logic flow there may already be a redirect set up within there, so you don't have to complete this tab, but it may be that it's just sending out a particular communication, so you still have the option to be able to set up a redirect. So you'll have one by default, and you can click onto here, click edit, and we'll give this one a specific name. Now you have the option to either redirect this user to a URL redirect, so any particular website, or an online splash page template. Now this option, online splash page, will only appear if you actually have created an online splash page. Now I have, so once I click that option, the drop down will then display the online splash pages for me. So I'm going to select it, and I could click save, and it means everybody would be redirected to that splash page. Or I can set conditions, so I can set a rule set, and I'm able to use the and or feature, so I can have two specific criteria must be met, or one or the other. And in here we can go by age, gender, number of visits to venue, their birthday, last visit, the platform they've used or the browser they've used. So let's say their gender is male, and let's go for a specific age is within range 20 to 30. Now we could add an or let's say this is suitable for males between 20 or 30, or if it's their birthday, and then we can click save. You can add another redirect and perhaps have this as a URL redirect. Maybe we're going to send these to google.com, but have no rule set, and click save. So essentially it'll go to number 1 first. If this isn't met, it'll go to 2, and because this is relevant for everybody, they'll be redirected to this particular website. Finally then you have options. The first one is seamless login, and this would mean that if the user has ever authenticated at this venue before, then it will seamlessly log them in, so they wouldn't see their offline splash page, but they'll just go instantly to the redirect. And you can also interrupt this so they're always given the micro survey to complete. Next we have is age opt-in, and this is for the opting in for the marketing material, so this is turned on. You can obviously specify the age, and we also have age restriction, so if they're under this age they won't have access, and you can display a particular message in here and obviously be able to change the age as required. On the right we then have ask for Facebook like. The Facebook like is just for desktop users, not for mobile users, but the Twitter follow will be applicable for any device they're using to log in with. And then ask users to opt into marketing material, and again you can specify the message that they will be prompted with. Finally we have verify identity via SMS. So this is like a second stage authentication. The user would still log in normally with a social media or registration form, but they're prompted to provide their mobile number. Once given, there'll be text a 4-digit code which they must enter. Now you can obviously turn off certain ones and only this form, but allow online without verification if insufficient funds as well. So again, if you haven't got the funds to be able to send out the SMS, then you can allow them to still have access. So at the top you've then got publish, save or return to library. So first thing I'll do is click on save. And you'll also notice this is a created language version. So if your venue, you have many nationalities attending, perhaps you may want to create a language version of this access journey. So if the user, because this is created in English, if the user, say for example, comes in and their device is set to Spanish, you could create a Spanish version so the access journey is presented to them in Spanish. So let's have a quick look at that. So create a language version from the option. Which language would you like to translate the journey to? So I've already mentioned Spanish. I'll select that. Would you like us to carry out the translation now? Yes, I do. What language is it currently in? Well, it's currently in English. Any custom terms? So because we've created a custom term, that's why that option's appeared. If I hadn't created one, it simply wouldn't appear on there. And then there's a little warning here telling you that it's not 100% because it's machine translated. So what it does, it actually gives you a copy of the Spanish splash pages that it's going to use, and also a Spanish access journey. So you're able to go in and slightly tweak these if something doesn't look correct. You've then got an option, would you like to use previously created splash page templates is available. So if you have created numerous templates, you can also have those created in Spanish as well. Just click the create button. It's been created successfully, would you like to view it now? Well, I'm going to say yes. Then going to take us into that Spanish access journey. And as I've said, it's now created you Spanish splash pages. Any custom terms would be translated into Spanish, the micro survey, any logic flows, any redirects. So anything essentially where you've entered any text, that's going to be translated. Now you'll see there's only a save and return to library. So again, I'm just going to save it, return back to the library. And you'll see now with our access journey, we have this little chevron, and this will show us our translated version. So we could have multiple along here. You still have the flyout menu to be able to duplicate and update, but this isn't live until we've published the main one. So I'm going to click back into here, and I'm going to click the publish button. So when you publish, you're able to publish this either to the customer as a whole, so that means every single venue under this customer would have the same journey, to a group, so a number of venues within that group could have this particular journey, a specific venue, so just one venue would have this journey, or a piece of hardware. So not only will it be at a specific venue, but it'll be on a specific AP. And if you've created a splash page SSID, you'll be able to use that as well. So I'm going to choose hardware. You just then need to select the relevant customer, the group it's within, the venue, and then the hardware. So we've just got a TP link installed here, and click publish. So that's now assigned to that one AP, so any users logging in will be taken down that particular journey, and also if they do log in with a Spanish set device, they'll go down the Spanish version of the splash page and access journey. At the top we have an unpublish, so if you want to unpublish this from that AP, you can do that. but I'm just going to save the journey once more and then return to library. From here now you can see in the far right hand corner it's telling you it's published, and it even shows you where it's published to.